Looking for the sports channel, Gary.
Alrighty, this video will be the weekly game plan. These will be stocks to trade coming into Thanksgiving. So, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. Likely the market this week is going to be a floater market. Usually on holiday weeks, they tend to have a slightly upwards bias. So this week we're going to be looking to do in-out call debit spreads or bull put credit spreads. If you don't remember last week we had a perfect week. So if you missed last week's game plan and missed Weenie Trades live, I feel really bad for you. You missed out on a lot of money. But last week we said to go long on Upwork just over 31. That gave you a crazy percent return, almost 17% from your entry. So that was Upwork last week. So Upwork over 31. Last week we said to go long on Uber just over 48, and Uber went as high as 50.75. So you got almost 6% if you would have taken that Uber entry at 48. And last week we also said to go long on Boeing over 190. Well, look at this move from 190. Let's go 191. Boom, there's 16%, 17% on Boeing if you would have taken that entry at 190. And then lastly, we said PLTR over 16, and PLTR over 16. PLTR went as high as 1966. That's 23%. So 4 for 4 last week, completely perfect. For this week, we're looking at a ton of different stocks. SQ keeps getting upgraded, and SQ is looking really good on the daily chart. We had the move up, now we're pulling back, and now we're coming our way up to test the former highs. Look to go long on SQ over 200. Watch for volume. If there's a lot of volume, SQ will have a bit bigger of a breakout. But since it is a holiday week, just be careful. If the volume isn't there, you might want to do something like an in-out call debit spread centered around that 200 strike so you can structure your trade. Stop will have to be a daily close beneath 197.70 or an hourly close if it's intraday. So that's SQ, first stock in the game plan. Similar to SQ, NEO is having a similar pattern, and NEO is just getting bought up every single time. I think NEO might be extremely undervalued based on this price, which is crazy because it's gone up so much, but there's a reason money is just cramming into it like no other. I think some institutions are getting into this, and they're realizing based on the market cap and shares outstanding that NEO is worth well more than $50 a share. There's people calling, $200 by the end of mid next year. Some people calling $100 by the end of the year. I'm leaning on the boat of we might see NEO at about $65 a share by the end of December. So we're looking to see if we can catch some upside momentum. Look to go long on NEO over 49.50 and maybe add over 50. And then you can take a small partial in this supply zone between 54 and 51.25. But if we can start basing out and then get going, NEO might break out from there. So watch out for NEO this week. Stop will have to be an hourly close underneath 47.85 or a daily close beneath that, depending on if you're doing a longer swing trade. Starbucks is our next stock in the game plan. And Starbucks, although does carry a little bit more headline risk. If the vaccine gets delayed, Starbucks is going to suffer a little bit. But if vaccine news is all good or the market seems to be very stable, Starbucks is looking to pop its old all-time highs of 99.72. So look to go long on Starbucks if we can break early confirmation over 98. But if you want a little bit more confirmation, just over 98.50. And target at 100, maybe we'll see how it reacts there, but I think you can maybe get a little bit more than 100, maybe as high as 101, 102, 103. Starbucks is a slow mover and it's going to be a slow week, but I think it has the gusto to potentially break. And so stop will just have to be a daily close beneath 97.50. You don't need too wide of a stop on Starbucks. It barely moves intraday. Starbucks, if you just go with shares, is extremely not risky in my opinion based on the daily intraday range. But I mean, it does have that headline risk, but the pattern is really good. Our last stock in the game plan to trade this week is Tesla. Tesla's back in play. We finally come out of this long range that we've been in for such a long time. And once we broke out, came and back tested the trend line, the bull pennant. So here's our move up. Here's our flag consolidation. The breakout was when they were announced to be in the S&P 500. Now we're coming to back test that. And then we popped the all-time highs. We're looking to go long on Tesla, either at a breakout over 500 on good volume, so check the volume. If the volume's not that good, give it a little bit more time and see if the breakout is sticking or not. Otherwise, we're looking for a dip buy on Tesla, maybe as low as 480. Dip buying Tesla at 480, 475. Stop will have to be an hour close beneath 475 or 480, depending on where you got in. And look for Tesla to shoot past all-time highs. I think we can go maybe past, 510, 520 this week. If we have a lot of volume, maybe then we can break the 540, which was a pre-market resistance all the way over here. And then we can look for something like 550. I doubt Tesla goes past 550 this week, but you know, anything's possible. It is Tesla. So those are my stocks for the game plan this week. Be sure to not miss out. And we always try to trade these stocks. We don't get every single one of them. Accuracy is usually pretty good though, 90% usually. So be sure to tune into Weenie Trades Live if you have any questions. This is not financial advice. These are just stocks that I'm trading, you know, and if you come on Weenie Trades Live, I just, you know, say what I would hypothetically do. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. See ya.